Double D, what's going on? Trumpet, triple. Got Alvin. The early bird gets the worm, is what they say. How's everybody doing this evening, man? Great to see you guys. B Triple, good to see you back, man. In some degree. I know you're still on the job, but it'll be nice to get you back as a regular, man. How's everybody doing this week? All right, we usually kill the first couple of minutes, man, allowing everybody to find their seat and get their popcorn. There you go, Brian. You should go live from the job, man. Probably not against policy though. Mr. Bean, what's going on, baby? Great to see you this evening. Buzz, what up? What up? What up? My guest is working out some technology issues, so he may be just a tad bit late. He's here, but he's trying to work some things out. Mr. Calzada, what's happening, baby? How are you doing today, man? Great to see you. Alvin, what's up? There you go, Buzz. Ain't nothing better than defending, man. And it's nice when you're able to defend a GC. Uh, for us, that was one of the hardest things to do. We did it once, but man, with all our GCs, it was just hard to defend them. We had stopped plenty of back to back GC and reserves, but the GC to GC defend was man was were few and far in between. He's probably got one hanging in the back, Bean. uh Double D, man, these HEB all naturals, while there are plenty of them, they're large, man. They're small turkeys. They are small turkeys. So I'm glad I'm not having to deal with the frustration of trying to find competition sized birds. If you're looking for 6 and 7 pound chickens, those all naturals will get it done. Or if you're looking for 3 pounds, the all naturals will get it done. It's trying to find something in that 4 pound range that's difficult. Josh, man, we really appreciate it, Josh. I'm a recipe guy, man. I love recipes. It's easy to do straight up cooks, but I really love the challenge of trying to come up with a recipe, whether it be I'm picking parts of a recipe from somebody here, somebody there, and then putting it together. I really love that challenge. So thank you very much, and we appreciate your support, Josh. There you go, Calzada. Got to be in it to win it, baby. Got to be in it to win it, man. Jeff, man, it was an absolute pleasure. Yeah, it was an absolute pleasure. I went to the site and I played around a little bit, so I'm really looking forward to speaking more with the fellas, man. That was awesome. I've yet to hit up. I'm gonna give Brandon a couple of days, then hit him up, find out how his son is doing. There you go, baby. All right, folks, we're at that 5 minute mark, man. We're getting ready to bring our guest on, and hopefully he's tightened up some of the issues he was having earlier. I want to welcome everybody to another episode with Mom and Papa Joe. We absolutely appreciate it as usual, man. I trust and hope that to this day, Thursday, you've been having a great week at work. One more day, and your weekend start. Over the past 6 months or so, you've heard me more and more talk about Texas Select Seasonings, how well we've done with them in competition. They've supported us for quite some time, and I believe it was Lady Cherie that won the Texas Select gift package. All right, from Bill Powell. Bill Powell is our guest tonight, folks. Everyone, please say hi to William Wild Bill Powell. What's going on, Bill?
How y'all doing?
All
Doing
is
good, man. I'm
well.
on my iPhone right now. Sorry we couldn't get the computer up.
All righty, that is not a problem. You're still lagging a little bit.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but your picture is kind of glitchy. So it's some freezing, but when you're speaking, I can definitely hear you. All right.
Okay.
And man, we already
Apologize for
got
that.
people in here. We've already
All
got
right.
people in here hollering about the rubs. We're gonna get to that shortly, folks. Slow your roll, Mr. Calzada. So, Bill, this is Bill's first time on the show. Like I said, you ladies and gentlemen out there have heard me refer to Texas Select. So, just real quick, Bill, man, introduce yourself to the peanut gallery and let them know what Texas Select is all about.
Well, Texas Select Seasons started in 1985. Started making salsa and rubs in mason jars, and we've evolved to where we are today. So we've come a long ways over the years. We got several products that's been with us from the beginning. Some of my original recipes, and one thing that's unique about us is they're all my original recipes, and I've hand developed all these and manufactured myself over the years. A lot of people use co-packers. We never did. These recipes only been seen by me and only been manufactured by me. So that's something unique to the industry that we have. And also our products. Some of the ones that we started off with many years ago, like Juicy Pig, to this day is still winning awards for people across the country. So we're really proud of the fact that something was developed that many years ago and has evolved to where it is today. So that's we're very proud of that. And so this year is very unique for us because we've had a few years of setback from storms and such, but we're rebounding from all that, and we've got 3 new products out. If you haven't seen that yet, I'm going to talk about those here in a little while, and we're really excited about those. People are already starting to use them, win with them, so it's really flying off the shelf here at the shop and online.
Sweet. And folks, ladies, gentlemen, one of the things I like to really impress on you is that, you often hear uh, barbecue product manufacturers refer to their products as award winning. All right, as award winning. And what they're referring to are barbecue cooks using it in competitions and doing well. All right. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But it's a different animal when you take those products to go compete against other products. So Bill's products have won sauce competitions. Bill's products have won rub competitions. So he frequently goes out. He travels to these expos where these products compete against each other, and he's often come out on top. Bill, let the folks know a little bit about that.
Well, over the years, early on, when there was no internet, we had to go look at national magazines, and of course, we couldn't afford advertising in that. So we started off by doing farmers markets. We started looking for contests that were regional and also national to put our products in. Then we started looking at like Chili Pepper magazine, what were they hosted, and other big organizations. And one of the most prestigious food awards in the spice industry and also in the hot sauce industry is the Golden Chili Awards. And we were very fortunate early on to win several of those that helped give us some recognition. I was writing a lot back during that time and submitting, mailing in actual recipes to magazines to try to get on board with some of these companies, which we did eventually. And that gave us some exposure. So it was one step at a time. And then we had a booth for a little while at the World Trade Center in Dallas. And they had an international competition one year. And it was all the condiments that were entered from around the world, but one winner. And then years after that, every year after that, they started breaking it down by categories. It'd be a mustard, a relish, a jam, a jelly, a salsa, a hot sauce, or what have you. But that particular year, you had to prepare an entree to the judges, then you had to serve the product itself out of the bottle. So they had to see it two different ways. And then it came down to the final, to the one deal, and it was our tomatillo avocado salsa with some grilled chicken quesadillas that I'd made on site there at the World Trade Center. And it got the first ever international award, and it was a big silver plate. So really, really proud of that. So that got us a lot of recognition, as well as the Golden Chili Awards, Chili Pepper Magazine Awards. We won several things through their organization. And then local hot sauce festivals like the Houston Hot Sauce Festival, winning Best of Show there. Products are winning. That gives you a lot of exposure. So the word spread helped us grow day by day, month by month, year by year until the internet came around. And then that really helped out a lot. So people nowadays can launch a brand new product and all of a sudden be in the sales, but back when we started, you really had to hustle and get your name out there to get it started.
Folks, I'm also I also have to tell you that not only is he very creative when it comes to creating these rubs and sauces, he's also an awesome competition cook. Even though he does not compete the way he used to back in the days, I think he's more focused on the product lines. He's got a nice resume of competition accomplishments. So when did you kind of leave competition behind, so to speak, Bill, and really start focusing full time on the business of your products?
Well, most of them know that I've always said I'm a manufacturer first and foremost. But again, back in the day when we started, there was no way to advertise. You had to get out and show your product. You had to cook with that product, put it in people's hands, let them taste the finished product with it. And writing recipes was good, getting that exposure was good, but farmers markets, cook-offs, you had to get out there and beat the path. So that's what we did, and that's how that started and grew to where it is today. But it's truly grassroots. Got to get out there and compete, and that's the reason I did that, is to get our name out there, and because winning contests, everybody wants to know what you're using, right? And then that's where it started and built it up from there. And in the early days, I would work with teams. I would cook with teams that bring me on as a guest to cook one meat, two meats. But then we developed, the first team I ever had was Wild Bill's Bunch many years ago. And that developed into the company team, which was Texas Select Barbecue. And Texas Select Barbecue was the winningest part of the competition years, because early on it was all about advertising, marketing, and then some weekends was just a party because I'm over there cooking just one meat for a team or whatever. It was dry competition, as you remember, and people had mop buckets on the firebox, and it was a different type of barbecue back then. Everybody was into the dry rub and the mop. Nowadays, it's all about the finish, the injections. Everything's a little bit different now. What I refer to as sloppy Q. It's a lot wetter barbecue than it used to, which is a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's just evolved a long ways over that time. So we competed through that, watched it change. Texas Select Barbecue traveled quite a bit. We had a 30-foot trailer, went all over the country with it. We won the Triple Crown here locally, Galveston County. We won Gulf Coast Seafood Championships, wild game stuff. We just traveled all over and competed and compiled quite a few trophies. But after the storms hit us in 2017, from the tax day flood in the spring, building back from that, and then having Harvey come through 8 days after, moving back into our balloon shop, moving back into our home, moving back to our home office, everything was washed away again. So we literally lost about 5 years of our life. So I didn't compete for over 4 years there, 4.5 years. And then last year competed with a friend of mine, Arnold Garza, who owns Texas Pit Stop Restaurants. We kind of collaborated. Me and my two guys from Texas Select Barbecue and his two guys came together, and we competed a little bit, but nothing chasing points or anything, just certain events that we wanted to cook to go out and promote his restaurants and re-promote my branding, if you will. And so this year will be the first contest that Texas Select Barbecue is actually coming back with the Alvin Music Festival coming up. Will be our first one, and we won that back in 2015. That's how long ago it was since we cooked it.
Well, that is sweet. Carlos Calzada, he couldn't wait to bring up the juicy pig. I don't know how many years ago Carlos attended our class, and juicy pig was one of your rubs that as just juicy pig and I go so far back, Bill. It's not even funny.
I appreciate that. Yeah,
yeah. It goes, folks, with a name like the Juicy Pig. Instantly, you look at that name and you're like, I've got to buy this. All right, just because of the name itself. And then once you get to using it, you will really see that, man, this is something special. The flavors that it brings out of that pork are just ridiculous, awesome. And I'm talking competition as well as the backyard. So this is one of those favorites that's still in play today for me, both in competitions as well as the backyard. The Juicy Pig. And man, I got caught up because Mama. All right, I want you to put if we've got a moderator in the chat, man, I want you to drop Bill's link, Texas Select Seasonings.com. That's correct, right, Bill?
Yes, sir.
All right,
and Texas we're redoing the website because we've changed to a new bottle size now.
Okay. All right. So, Bill, let's talk about
but the Juicy Pig is already on there.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about your inspiration, man. Your creativity. How do you come up with these recipes?
Well, just pretty much everything's family inspired. You know, I grew up on the Hispanic side of my family. I learned a lot about cooking off the land, open fire, grandfather. So it was a totally different culture in South Texas, and then in East Texas on my dad's side of the family. So I learned a lot from both sides of my family, from grandparents. And my grandparents in South Texas raised me throughout the summer while my dad was often fighting in Vietnam. So culturally, you know, I really identify more with the Hispanic side of my family, and I learned so much there. So that really got me inspired to start cooking early on. And I loved outdoor cooking, I loved cooking, and then it all just came together. And when I was in my teenage years, I said, you know what, I'm gonna start making stuff. And I've been on my own since 17. I'll be 58 this year, and it's been life's journey's been up and down. You know how it is in life, but there's been more positives than negatives. So with the inspirations I had throughout my family gave me the values that I have today to push me through, to be independent. It's just like my life and what we went through the last 5 years. You know, a lot of people that gave up and said, you know what, I'm just going to throw in the towel and give it up. But, you know, there's no quitting us. We just kept pushing through till we finished up. And now we're back finally, 100% back. So that's pretty much the story of my life, you know, just trying to make a way to do it myself, waking up every day saying, how am I going to make $1 today? You know, creating these things, coming up with my own recipes, and early on trademarking. I tell a lot of people that get in the industry, and a lot of people pick my brains over the years. A lot of people have come along since I started, and I help them out. I'll tell them, you know, look, don't go that direction, don't go this direction, but make sure you save a little bit of money back in trademark. If you've got a unique name, if you've got a slogan, make sure early on you put a trademark on that, because that's the most important thing you can do. Because once people see a little bit of your success, they want it. And there's bigger companies. There's always bigger companies got more money than you do. And growing up like we did, poor, you know, we earned dollar by dollar, you know. And so once you achieve something and you've got it, you don't want someone to take it from you. And so trademarking is one of the most important things I can tell people when they get started. Everybody wants to know how I can do this, how I can do that. Trademark. If you've got something unique and you know it's unique and it's going to hit the market and it's going to go like gangbusters, trademark it.
Yes, sir. So
it's one of the most important lessons. And that's what saved me over the years. I've won every case that we've ever gone after someone.
Sweet. So if you saw that that no wrap, that grill rib I did video that we did last week, that was my first time using one of Bill's newest rubs, and it was the sweet ass barbecue rub. And folks, you saw that color that rub produced. It's called a sweet ass barbecue rub. Yes, sir. It does have some sugar in it. But I'm here to tell you, even even with me cooking at 300 degrees for the majority of that cook, and I'm talking about probably 2.5 hours or so, you can see that there was no burning. That sugar was not breaking down, getting dark, burning. The color, the flavors, especially when I put that little bit of char on it, put it over those coals directly for that 30 seconds or so. I mean, it was absolutely delicious. All right, I'm going to be looking for that,
Money.
man,
I
on
could have
some
jumped
pork
through that
butt.
screen and got one.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
looked great.
I think I'm going to be running it next on some chicken. I want to see what it's going to do on some chicken. But there's just so many products that Bill has in his line that we've used in competition. Anybody out there looking for an awesome brisket rub, man? Bill has got a the beef rub. Uh, oh my goodness, what's the name of the beef
Basic
rub?
beef.
The basic beef
Yeah.
rub.
Basic
That has
beef.
brought that has
And the
brought home
competition
so many.
basic beef. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, brought home so many trophies from Mom and Papa Joe's, man, over the years. The basic beef. If you're looking for a competition, uh, and back in the days, I used it primarily for competition. You know, I wasn't doing a whole lot of briskets at home. That's pre-YouTube, of course. But now that we're doing the YouTube, it's definitely coming back into play. Take a look at that website, TexasSelectSeasoning.com. And man, go in there and order something and let me know what you think. You've seen me use these things in videos before. Absolutely. All right. So Buzz is saying I need to figure out some things and get on y'all's level. Buzz, if you're looking to create your own products, man, Bill can steer you in the right direction. Josh and Babe, how are you doing today? Great to see you. Great to see you. All right, let me get caught up in this chat just a little bit. Keenan is in the house. How are you doing this evening, buddy? I have a serious issue when I have guests on, man. I forget about the chat, and it gets away from me. People will be asking me questions. All right, somebody giving you a shout out. The barbecue shanty, Wild Bill, aka the Rooter Shooter. Hey, Bill also runs a guide service, folks. If you're looking to go out there, you saw the you saw his picture on the promo. If you're looking to go out, what all do you shoot, Bill? What do you hunt for?
Well, I test a lot of night vision equipment for companies. I did for a while during that run, and was real active on social media for a couple of companies. And then one of the companies in the UK, their factory they closed down. Unfortunately, closed down the U.S. office. I was with them for a couple of years, and they went back. Eventually, come back and open. But I would guide the presidents, the vice presidents, some of their friends, and take them out, and we would test their equipment. And then we put these up on big screens and did promos, all the big shows around the country. So it was a lot of fun. Passion. Uh-oh, looked like I cut out there for a minute.
Yeah,
But
Bill,
anyway, it was a lot of fun working for this company, night side and other.
yeah, you're breaking up
Am I there?
quite a bit, man. Yeah, you're breaking up though. It's hard to hear what you're saying because there's so many freezes and glitches. Yeah, they really are. So again, folks, here's that link, man. Uh, Take a look at some of his products, sauces, uh, and we're talking salsas. Oh man, Bill, and they're all delicious. And like I said, award winning. Bill does a lot of wild game cooks. Of course, he's a hunter. Uh, Bill, what are some of your wild game rubs that you have in house? I know we got quite a few hunters in the chat, fans of Mom and Papa Joe. I don't do much wild game cooking. I believe over the years I've cooked wild game 3 or 4 times, and each time the gaminess has been a turnoff. You know, I've tried all different ways of uh, before cooking to try to get rid of that gaminess, and it hasn't worked for me. Now I've eaten lots of wild game from different people, and man, it's been delicious. but I've never been able to replicate that. Any tips?
Well, I have two rubs right now. Rustic rub, which has been around for a while. It's my venison rub, and hopefully I'm not breaking out right now. And
No, you're
it's
good
great
right
on
now.
brisket also. That rustic rub. A lot of KCS are using that on their brisket. It's called root rub. This we break up again.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Hello, my picture went away. Are you there?
I am here, but you are breaking up. Yeah, you are breaking up.
The rooter rub. Can
Now,
y'all see it?
not your picture is frozen before you grab that bottle.
Okay. Well, put me in the green room. Let's see if I can correct this and reconnect somehow. And we're losing on I'd like to share with,
All right,
especially when it comes to game cooking.
yeah, just give me a thumbs up when you are ready. So, folks, sorry about that. We've been trying to work this out for quite some time, pre-show, and I want to say it's got something to do with his with the strength of his connectivity. We all know what that is like. So, apologies once again. But, folks, any tips out there for anybody that does wild game cooking? What do you do to remove that gaminess? And one of the things that people say that goat or lamb has a gamey flavor. And I'm here to tell you I've eaten quite a bit of goat, quite a bit of lamb, and I have never had that gamey flavor. Uh, and it could be one of those things that I've developed a taste for it, so I don't recognize it. Where unlike a wild pig or or some venison or something along those lines that I really haven't developed a taste for, that I recognize the gaminess. But what are some tips that any of you out there who are familiar with wild game cooking could have to offer a newbie like myself? All right, so Buzz is in the mix, huh, Trumpet? That's sweet. Yeah. All right, he did not turn them off by himself. Have a good one, B Triple. I totally agree, Mr. Bean. Texas Select has made it happen over the years, man. Yeah, they have made it happen. That's cool, Buzz. That is cool, man. That is cool. Bill, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but Mr. Bean has been ragging on you since we started. He first mentioned that you're probably out back hanging a hog. Then he he mentioned he knew you'd be wearing a pig hat. And now he's saying you borrowed Dre's cricket phone. That's why you're having problems.
Oh no, yeah, I did.
What's up, Mr. Garvey? How are you doing, man? Tom is in the house.
All I know is we got to do it again when we get our good computer online.
Yeah. Well, we will definitely make it happen, man. Yeah, we will definitely make it happen. Trumpet says it goat tastes the way it smells. Yeah, I can hear you now. All right. Trumpet says that goat tastes.
You talking about the wild game. The most important part of the wild game is the process. It starts in the field. It's easy to trigger. It's easy to let go of that arrow. But once that game, you've got to cut that neck and bleed it. Hang it up, every drop of blood. And the same thing when you process it in the cooler. Time, a lot of people do the cooler, put some ice in there and keep flushing it out. Around in that blood, that bacteria. If you're one to keep it washed out good, that's fine. But if it's sitting there in bloody water, it's no good. It's gaming, whether it's venison, whether it's hog. Most important thing is to bleed it wash it down, and I pre-cut my carcass up into the ribs. I do the bone-in chop and loin. Put those in big, heavy plastic bags and layer those in ice. Age inside those bags for 6 or 7 days. Then I bring them to the house, do the final rate down on them, and then vac seal. Once they vac seal, they go 5 more in the fridge, and then frozen. And then when I go to cook it, some people will throw a piece of wild game back in the refrigerator and thaw it. You don't want to do that because you thaw it out, it sits back up, whatever blood's left in there. You want to put it in a little tub of water, thaw out, and as soon as it thaws out, immediately cook it. And the most important thing about cooking is the sear. It's going to be a low and slow pan and sear it. Get that blood and that water content to the surface. Get it out of the way. People put raw meat in a crock pot with some vegetables. It's going to taste gamey. Brown it, sear it, put some flavor on it, boil it.
Dude, I am telling you.
Did that come through?
The bits and pieces I caught are awesome nuggets of info. But I am not going to be able to put them together because, again, you were breaking up. And I'm sure there are people out there, man, that would really, really love to have this info. All right. Daddy Dutch says soak overnight in milk. Double D, I tried that, man, with a buttermilk. I actually bought a milk cow, and I milked that fool and soaked my piglet, my wild piglet in it, man, and that pig tasted like straight up ass. I don't know what else I could have done. Yeah. Trumpet, I guess I've just acquired the taste for goat because I don't taste it. I've heard people say that goat is gamey, but I just haven't. And Bill, I know you were referring to what the barbecue shanty says, that it all starts with a timely and proper field dress. Now, I'm here to tell you the first wild piglet that I cooked, the gentleman that shot this animal, brought it to me, and it was still bleeding. Pulled it out of the cooler. All he had did was gut it. All right, so this pig was still bleeding, blood everywhere, still covered in hair, and of course, I know absolutely nothing about it. A buddy and I, man, we tried to shave this animal with some disposable razors. That didn't work. We tried hot water to get rid of that hair. That didn't work. We eventually just skinned the thing, threw him on the grill, and dude, if there's such a thing as cooked ass, it had to have been that little piglet that we cooked. It was ridiculous nasty. All right. So
damn it.
So I would really like to hear what you just said when we've got some great connection. Alvin says wild game doesn't have the same cooking time. I caught the tail end of it, Bill, where you said, about not trying to steam or boil in a crock pot, that you really need to sear. I'm a fan of cooking that way. I'm a fan of cooking that way. So definitely something that I would be thinking about. Yeah, Tom, I've tried to soak in buttermilk.
But you and I were
like
is making
like Bill mentioned.
A broth. I'm making stock.
Go ahead. So, like Bill mentioned earlier, if it's not field processed properly, I don't think what you do after that is not going to make a difference if it's not field dressed properly. So that's where it starts.
I lost you, man. You're not on the screen.
No.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, you have a lot of this making stocks or cooking, and we have varieties. And the key to browning in your stock, make flavorful food, whether you're wild game or domestic, doesn't matter. But in wild game, it's most important on the processing early on, and do it yourself.
Yeah. I would need it. I would need to attend a processing class, but I'm not much of a hunter, so At this
Can you hear
stage
me?
of the game, it probably won't happen. Yeah, barbecue Shanny, you sound like you do some hunting as well. And if you're hanging out with Bill, I'm sure you do. uh
I'll bring you
Buzz,
some game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Buzz says soaking the wild game like
I'll bring you
venison
some
when
game.
freshly dressed out for a day or so help to remove that gaminess. Have a good one, Keenan. See you later, buddy. Grumpus is in the house. What's happening, G? How are you doing today, man? Great to see you. Hey, easy, Mr. Bean. So a good soak and a flush, man. That gets it done. Trumpet said he's raised eating goat and lamb, and he's eating it every different way you can think of. So maybe he's just
Get the
burned
blood
out.
out, whatever it takes.
Yeah, I can see it, Trumpet. Yeah, I can see it, man. You know, apple cider vinegar or wash on the goat might kill the goatiness. uh, yes, sir.
Well, I apologize. We've had such a bad connection because I have a lot of things we're talking about.
Oh, I know you do, man. Yeah, I know you do. We're gonna do this again, Bill. Grumpus says I'm eating on the wrong end if it tastes like. uh, Double D, you know, I'm a dude. You know, I am not
Wash it down
squeamish
with
when
some
it
of
comes.
this.
Yeah, I'm not squeamish when it comes to foods, man. I will try anything, and I will try it multiple times, multiple ways. Uh, and like I said, I just haven't been able to get it done. I've tasted other people's wild game, and it's been delicious. Mr. Bean, I don't know that Tom has any problem getting the game and taste out of his doves, simply because he never has any doves. All right, he never shoots any, so that's not going to be a problem. Maybe Bill can get him a couple this year.
Too much drinking.
See, all these guys in this chat, man, have got some great info. Buzz says thawing, like it's sort of like thawing frozen shellfish, running slow, cold running water in a cooler for a day or so. All right, before processing, after being skinned and quartered. Yeah, there's a lot to it if you want that that meat to be processed right and to get rid of that gaminess. There's a whole lot to it.
What is field dressing?
Mama's asking, what does field dress mean? And I don't know if I'm the authority to answer that question. But is field dressing pretty much just gutting and bleeding? What is field dressing? Is that just
That's what you
gutting?
do in the field before you get back to camp.
Yeah, but what does that consist of, Bill?
Take 10 seconds. Believe the animal.
Yeah, you're breaking up at the worst time.
You want it first.
Yeah. Yeah. Bill, we're gonna do this again,
Well,
man.
I'll try it again.
This is a great topic that I think there are people out there that really like to hear the full story, because Bill is an authority on this topic, folks, and I for one would really like to get some of this info for my own edification. Mr. V-Strom is in the house. After eating many roasts, the kill has so much to do with the product. Leather or velvet. I totally can understand that. Yes, sir. Chris Main. All right, barbecue shanty. All right, man. Yeah, great to see you. Mr. Bean, stop it. Bean says Tom cooked a dove once and it stalled for 2 hours. Yeah, Darnell, it's like chitlins. I will eat chitlins, but I'm not going to process and cook them.
Well, it sucks that we had so much breakup. Are you chilling?
Say again? All right.
I said I really enjoyed it. I'm sorry it all waking up. Hope you're chilling with right now having.
Yeah, man. Bill, you know, if you prefer, man, you can call it. We can call it in the evening, and we'll try to schedule this again when we can get things in order. Because man, a lot of what you were saying was missed because of the connectivity problems. But I definitely want to hear that, man. I would love to have these notes for my own personal reasons. You there, Bill?
Well, thank
All
you
right,
for
Brian
having me. I
G.
appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's do it again, man. And we'll get you back on, and we'll make it happen. All right.
Okay,
Brian.
sounds good. Thank you. Night,
All
everyone.
right, man. Have a good one. Brian says field dressing is a huge spectrum. The kill, the dressing, and the conditions. All right. I think he and the conditions. I'm thinking he meant conditions, conditions. Yes. Yeah. Uh, so field dressing means what you do out there in the field. Gutting, bleeding, and then transporting it to wherever to finish processing. So after being gutted, it's taken back, skinned, and quartered up. All right, that sounds like that's fairly straightforward. Kill it cleanly. I've heard this also, man. Kill it cleanly, meaning don't scare it. The adrenaline will change the flavor of the meat. All right, so an animal that's excited, scared, or whatever the case might be, the body will pump these chemicals into the bloodstream, which will in turn get into the muscle tissue and create off-putting flavors. This I've heard of. So I think that is why you would want a good clean kill. Yeah, a good clean quick kill. That way that animal doesn't build up all the adrenaline and whatever other chemicals are streaming through the bloodstream. Take your time in the butchering process and you'll have great meat. Yes, sir. Yeah, Darnell. And we have been trying to work that out, man, for about half an hour before the show. Yeah. We wanted to take you around and show you some of the rubs in Bill's shop, but we will do it again at some point. It might have been Trumpet. I don't know. Take it easy, Chris, man. Have a great evening. Thanks for stopping in. Yes, Brian. Try to have a no warning kill. If you're chasing and scaring the crap out of the game, it will definitely be less flavorful. Don't worry about it, man. I know when I get in these chats, I'm trying to type fast and I often make mistakes. Not a problem. Yeah, you shoot that animal, it's definitely going to be stressed. All right, quick and easy. Zach, what's happening, baby? How are you doing this evening? Shoot it in the dome, quick and easy. I often thought about headshots. I know everybody's talking about that area, the heart, where you cut these huge blood vessels, and that animal bleed out quickly. Again, I'm no hunter, folks, so I'm sitting here just running my mouth. Why not a headshot? Uh, I would think that'll be fairly quickly. Uh, you're trying to aim for that shoulder area where those blood vessels are. I don't know if that's where the heart. I damn sure don't know wild game anatomy. So Why is it that shoulder area shot versus a head shot? Now I can understand if it was a trophy animal, you would not want to damage that dome. What's up, Dre? How you doing, buddy? My dog, my ace boon coup, Andre, brother from another mother, my one and only. Mr. Bean says, "Don't gut shoot it." Yeah, Bean. I think even myself, that's not a hunter, no, you don't shoot him in the belly. that that definitely would be bad business. Brian says headshots are not good. Too much blood in the body. All right. JM, what's happening, man? Yeah, Mom and I, man, we're laying low. Yeah, we are laying low. All right. So when you're shooting up there in that upper shoulder area, you're trying to hit the lungs. All right. Better to bleed it out. Would be a speedier kill, I guess. Headshots will mess up the mount. Mr. Bean, you talking like you're a hunter. Every time you've gone hunting, you've hunted animals in somebody's corral. They've had deer sitting in a corral, and you climb up on the little fencing and get your shot in. You don't know what you're talking about. Tell him, Dre. We don't play that, man. You see that, Bean? Dre said, don't do that. Move on. All right. The head is thick bone, Trumpet says. Sometimes these bullets will ricochet and don't penetrate. Easier to bleed them out with a heart and or lung shot. I can understand that. Buzz right behind the shoulder, but then a 22 mag yeah, right behind the ear is a money shot. Brisket medic, Josh. Medic says say shots are for people who aren't good shots. All right, I'm here to tell you, uh, I will fish, and I don't have a problem killing a fish. But man, when I look at a deer is so cute. I look at a rabbit, so cute. A squirrel, so cute. I will slam on the brakes to avoid hitting a squirrel in the road. I don't know that I could. Push would have to come to shove. I'm certain that I could do it, but at this stage, I am not pressed to get it done. If push came to shove, I will take out Mr. Bean. All right, for some of that back strap. And he knows what I mean by that back strap. uh, long shots are not fast, but the meat is better. All right. All right. You guys are breaking down all these round uh lingo and everything else. Oh yeah, Mr. Bean can't even catch a fish, man. You know it. Oh, I wish Bill was here, man, because this would be great conversation. Medic says he's tried all the ways out, and you'll never convince him that bruising the meat is better. Never. Hey. You guys are characters. Yeah, Darnell. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. And I guess if I had a boat, I'd go out more often, but I don't. Yeah. Mr. B, why are these guys on you, bro? All right. Andre says that would be like a total dump truck hitting Bean. That's a lot of meat, though, Dre. That's a lot of meat. That'll feed a lot of people. Yeah, harvesting him, it might be that might be all you need for the winter. Yeah, Zach, these guys are character, man. Hey, easy does it, Mr. Bean. I got your back, baby. I got your backs. You know that. Yeah, you absolutely know that, man. uh, but guys and gals, I was telling you, I wish Bill was here, man, because we could really get something going with his knowledge and ability to share information. We're going to do it again. We might even focus the whole evening on wild game. I think some of you guys have got a lot to share. Absolutely. Not brisket medical? Hell no. That is going to have to be something churrasquero style, like these Argentinian outside grills where they lean the meat over. Uh, and we'd have to build something like a teepee and just lean it over the fire. Oh, it'd be a bonfire, like one of these university bonfires. But yeah, yeah, Bean. Those guys are something else, man. Yeah, they they are something else, folks. As we get ready to close this evening out, man, uh, we may not be here. We may not go live next Thursday. We're going to be out of the net, and I am not sure what uh, connectivity is going to be like in order to do a live. If we're able to do a live, I will definitely give you guys a heads up because we would love to go live from our location next week. We're definitely still going to be trying to get a couple of videos out from that location next week, and we're going to talk to you hopefully from there. If not, then we might just ghost for all of next week, and we'll be looking back to seeing you guys in the following week. All right, so we're gonna call this in the evening. Mom and I got some work to get done this evening. Yeah, yeah, change the time this weekend. Yeah, Mama says don't forget to change your. I guess you're bumping your time forward this weekend. So once again, I want to thank you guys and gals for hanging out with Mom and Papa Joe one more time, man. Uh, get what you have to get done tomorrow, and enjoy the weekend. You guys take care of yourselves. Look out for each other. And Mom and I will see you when we see you. Y'all take care.